So on Mondays each week I teach a course in blind tasting for several of the candidates for Master Sommelier in Nashville, and each week really probably the 4 or 5, sometimes more than that, most serious restaurant wine professionals come, and we kind of go through the process of tasting wine blind in an attempt to determine without any extraneous clues what the wine might be. And I pick 6 wines from the store every week and take them 3 whites and 3 reds. We kind of have a mini Master Sommelier blind tasting. This week one of the wines I took was this really incredible 2009 Terlato Chapoutier Shiraz called Lieu Malakoff from the Pyrenees in Australia. That's a lot of words. It means it's a joint venture between Tony Terlato, who's the importer of Gaia and other wines in the United States, and then also Michel Chapoutier, who's one of the greatest winemakers in the Rhone Valley in France. They have this joint venture in the Pyrenees in Australia. One thing about the Pyrenees is it's a little less hot than it is in, say, the Barossa Valley, so the wines tend to be a little bit more restrained, not quite so alcoholic, not so over-the-top intense as wines from the Barossa do. And then this is a single vineyard wine. Lieu is a French term which means a named place or a specific vineyard. In France it refers to vineyards that are specific vineyards but not Premier Cru or Grand Cru status. So this is a single vineyard called Malakoff in the Pyrenees in Australia, Shiraz, made in a joint venture between Tony Terlato, who's a very important U.S. importer, and Michel Chapoutier, who's one of the most famous and highly regarded winemakers in the world. One little interesting tidbit about this wine, the label's also in Braille, so if you know any wine lovers that are sight challenged, this is a good wine for them. The 5 of us that were there Monday, we all were just knocked out by this wine. I think it's fabulous. I don't usually like to talk about ratings in these things because it's kind of beside the point, but this wine is rated 97 points by James Halliday, who's the most important writer on Australian wines in the world. He writes the Australian Wine Companion. He's really the most knowledgeable and highly regarded critic of Australian wines. And as I said, he gave this wine 97 points. I can't really taste it right now because I got this, well, I'm a little limited in my tasting capacities at the moment, but I did taste it Monday. I can tell you this, it's a really, really lovely wine. It's big, it's a massive wine, but not massive like a Barossa Shiraz. It's much more restrained and elegant than that. Really beautiful mouthfeel, soft tannins, long finish, dark fruit, a little bit of oak, you know, quite a bit of oak, but not over the top. It's not an overwhelming quality in the wine. It's a nuance in the wine. Long, long finish, dark fruits, molasses, backstrap, spice, like you expect from most Australian Shiraz. Only this one is extremely high quality. What it really tastes like is, you know, Grange or Hill of Grace or one of those wines, Yar Yering, that sell for, you know, Grange now sells for $600 a bottle. Hill of Grace sells for $450, I think, a bottle. This sells for $45 a bottle. So you can buy a case of this for less than 1 bottle of Grange. And quite honestly, it's just about as good a wine. I think you will never buy a better $45 Australian Shiraz than this 2009 Terlato Chapoutier Shiraz Lieu Malakoff. It is absolutely an extraordinary wine. Thanks for watching. Have a happy Halloween.